Well, I'm back. It's interesting. I didn't have anything to work on in here to the point where I actually asked the owner of the Black Norton to please leave it here while he was on vacation, so I could play with it. And he'll be back probably the end of this month or so, and I still haven't gotten to it. I did spend some time getting these two bikes running so I could take them to the British Wheels on the Green um, car and bike show, and they were well received. Didn't win anything, but they were well received. And so I feel pretty good about that. Um, no takers on the for sale signs, so I still have my two bikes. I'll probably list them on Bring a Trailer or something. See if I can get somebody to buy them who can actually ride them because, well, I'm not riding that much anymore. Anyway, this bike came in last week, long around Wednesday or Thursday. It was here in May with a third gear problem. It kept popping out of third gear. And we took it apart and found out there was a missing thrust washer in there on the lay shaft. Put it back together and it shifts just fine. Also, at the same time, I modified the vent, the sump vent, so that it would breathe a little easier because, well, I don't know why, because I didn't write up why. I went through the paperwork and I didn't figure out why. But this is a modification I do on a lot of bikes. Take that Y pipe out, run the sump tube up and into here, into the air oil separator, and then I vent the lid and take it out the tail end of the bike. And I've done that to a lot of bikes, and it's quite successful. But something's going on here. The client finally took it for a ride. I don't know if he'd been riding it or if this was the first ride, but he says this thing came back oil soaked, and I can see it. I mean, there's oil just everywhere, and I don't know why. I, Everything I look at is tight, but I want to show you something. I'm going to take the flashlight. Let me get the flashlight. I'll show you. All right, I've got the light. I'm going to shine this down. By the way, I've been sick for about the last 3 or 4 days. I got vertigo. I could hardly stand, couldn't walk. I'm still woozy. Any quick movements, and I just fall apart. So anyway, look down here, and can you see the oil tracks going down through the dust? Um, Look down there at the bottom, right in there. See how the oil has come down and tracked down? That's just strange. And it's coming from up here at the top. And so what I'm going to do up here, twofold, there's a lot of oil in here. I don't know if you can see it glistening, but there's a lot of oil on top of the tank. So this is a modification I did, and it's slightly different than normal. I usually use a right angle brass fitting, but I didn't have one. So I used a section of the Y pipe, and yeah, I don't like it. So I'm going to do two things. First of all, I'm going to order a new cap because this one, even the gasket in there was so brittle, I took it out. And so I'll get a new cap with a new gasket, and I'm going to get a new fitting, brass fitting, and make a new version of this that more conforms to the ones that I made for other bikes. See if sealing this doesn't do better. Now, here's an interesting thing. When we ran the bike, it's a runnable bike. We're getting smoke out of the oil tank, and he said his friends following behind him were seeing smoke come out of this vent line, which is really, really weird. I've never heard of that, and yet I saw it when we had the lid off and the sump was coming up here. We were getting smoke out of this. Either I've just never noticed, or there's something really weird going on. If you all have ever seen that, please comment on it and tell me what you think. I am. He said that oil I don't know if he said that he was afraid that the sump was full of oil or that the sump was full of oil, one of the two. So I'm going to drop the plate off and drain the sump and find out how much oil's in it now after it sat here for several days and see if there's a lot of oil in the sump. I'm also going to take the pressure regulator off and check it. I'm going to take the timing cover off and pull the oil pump out of there and take a look at that. I might put in a Morgo higher capacity oil pump. Not because I think it necessarily needs it, but if I'm in there, those three little words pop up, might as well put in a higher capacity pump and maybe return oil faster to here so it doesn't accumulate in the sump. I'm at a loss why you would see smoke coming out of the lid, the opening when you have the lid off, and the back of the bike when you're riding it. I don't understand that. If you've seen that syndrome, please comment. Let me know what you think. Even tell me what you think, even if you haven't seen the syndrome. I'm also going to check the compression, see if we have good compression both sides, whether or not the rings are letting oil get past them. The engine was rebuilt by somebody in California who apparently did a really good job, except for that missing thrust washer in there. It's a very tight little bike, very tight. Starts and runs great. And so I don't know. I did notice he's got a nice a vape ignition system here. I didn't put it in, but it's a nice vape system. But whoever did put it in didn't disconnect the wires going to the capacitor pack that are used with the points. I got to get under the tank and find out that although there are wires on here, are they really not being used? In any case, this capacitor pack or condenser pack, depending on how you choose to describe it, condensers and capacitors are basically the same thing. But anyway, this pack here is used with points ignition, and it shouldn't be in use. Maybe these wires just don't go anywhere, but I got to find out about that. Has nothing to do with the oil problem, but I do need to find out why that's like that. It's interesting. Just me bending over and looking up triggered the vertigo, and now I'm swaying like a tree in the wind. I'm not going to do any work today, I can tell you that, because if I move my head too fast, I'm holding on now. When I move my head too fast, the whole world spins. So this is strange. Just as much as I can do today is just to look at it and talk about it. So I'm going to try to start on this bike in the next few days is when I get a little steadier. So anyway, that's the status of this bike. That's the status of these bikes. They're operational. That's the status of this bike, waiting for me to play with it, see if I can get it to start easier with fewer kicks. Oh, and I have, anybody remember Fred, the green 75 Norton that we resuscitated from basket case? It's coming back this coming week for minor things. And so we'll have him back and I'll go over him. I don't remember what he said. Anyway, we'll get Fred back and have that to work on. We haven't had anything to work on quite a while now. Right now, Kevin has two bikes in his shop, a little T20 single cylinder 250cc, I think a Mountain Cub, and a T120 that has an electrical problem that he wants me to come up and take a look at, but I don't even dare drive. I'm not getting in a car feeling like this, so I got to wait a few more days before I go up and work at his shop. And I got a call from a client who's going to build a Bonneville racer, and he wants me to build the engine. Now that could be a lot of fun. So that's probably a month out before we start it, and then we've got until August to put it together. He's sending the head off to California to have it reworked and have monster valves put in it. He's got the lower end. I think he said it was a 71 lower end, and I think that's all put together. So we're going to put pistons and the head together, and I don't know what all it's going to involve. At this point in time, everything's nebulous and just in the beginning um, stages of fun. But he's going to take that bike to Bonneville, and I happen to have an RV, so I might go along and see how that goes. So some interesting things are in the offing. I just need to get back to 100% so that I can move my head around without feeling dizzy and sick. So that's where we are. This is sort of a status report of what's going on in the shop. And once I actually do some work, I will post some more videos. All right, that's it for now. I'm just going to go ahead and put this up in the ether.